So I feel like I've grown a lot over the years, especially during my teens. But when I was 12, I definitely was like on the cusp and not quite there yet for sure. Um, if I could really just call and tell myself a couple things, I feel like the main thing would be just try to get yourself out there and be yourself. I was super timid and very shy as a kid. I like would talk to my close friends, but I had so much trouble like doing things outside of that. And I was very much like a follower in some senses, where I really wanted to be in like the front and like telling myself to do, like trying to do my own thing. But I would end up following a lot of people, and a part of that was because I was friends with a lot of people like older than me, and so I ended up just following what they would do. I went to the same high school and all this stuff. So the big thing would be like, yo, uh, don't do that, or like at least try to find your own path first. Because what I've learned is that like over the time I realized I was like, oh, I don't want to be like these people, and I want to like do my own stuff, and go on my own and figure stuff out. And from then I like gained my confidence and was able to like just live a lot better. So that's the main thing. Secondary, I guess, from that would be uh, really hone in on like some of my favorite experiences, in terms of like culture or like media, anything like that, because that's kind of made who I am today. So, yeah.
Okay, so 12-year-old Vanessa. That was actually a really rough time for that little one. She had a lot of pressure, and school was a lot, and friends. It was really, really tough. And already at that age, she started to overthink. Awful. But what I would tell her for sure, since that day, I don't know, like since I got it, I always say go with the flow and don't overthink too many things, just do it. And of course, you have like your path and you know where you want to get to, and you have like your goals, but it's so important to also like live the moment. Like for example, you're here in Sevilla. Don't think about what happens after you finish your bachelor's. This is like for something later, and you have like your goal, but really just go with the flow. Enjoy these little moments, being here, meeting new people, and really don't overthink it too much, because everything will find its own way and you don't need to worry about anything, really. Like, just do you, be yourself. People will like you. Don't worry about people not liking you. People will like you because you're a good person. So, yeah, just go with the flow.
If I could call my 13-year-old self and give her advice, I would probably say enjoy life a little more. I think at that age, I was a very stressed out child, and I worried a lot about the little things and didn't spend enough time just kind of like enjoying what was around me and the people in that age of like that like era of my life, and just like having fun. So I think I would say have a little more fun, stress a little less, and yeah, just have a good time because you don't need to be stressing at that age. I think I was just stressful about like family, school. I think like my family circumstances led me to stress a lot, and I think I've learned now at this age to just not let that affect me as much and like learn to have my own life outside of that, so I'm like less bogged down by the stress that comes from them. So I think if I could tell myself to just kind of learn to do that at that age, that would be a lot more helpful to myself in just having more time, or like having a better time, having more fun. I think really like near the end of high school, but really probably college, when I like left my family home and I moved across the country for university, and I really had that space to just be on my own. So I think I really enjoyed, or that really helped me, like kind of learn that when they're not right by me, I can kind of step out and do my own thing. So I think I'm really good at it now. I'm like across the pond in Europe, so I can really just like vibe. But yeah, I think if my 13-year-old self knew that, that would be great.